plays recreational sports? Raise your hand if you play a recreational sport. Now keep your hands up if you've ever played, if you've ever wanted to play but not had somebody to play with. So that is definitely the case in with tennis. Tennis players, there's 120 to 140 million tennis players who experience this problem regularly. Well, about 60 million claim they don't experience this problem, but I guarantee you they have at some point in their life. So what I'm going to tell you about MatchOn is how we make it fun to play when you want, where you want, with friends or other compatible players while winning prizes. So this is our app. To play a match, you click play. You select singles or doubles. Let's say I'm looking to play a match, let's say Sunday, maybe morning. So Sunday, 10:15 a.m. We load all the court data into the app. So let's say I want to play at MIT. And I can add a note if I want, or I can just click submit match. So that's how easy it is to play when and where you want. Now with friends. So what we do is we load your Facebook friends, your Facebook connections who have the app, your contacts who have the app, or people you played with in the past. So let's see, I'm going to invite Sam Patetti to the match. Let's see who else. I'll invite Ben Crane. And let's see, who else do I want to play with? Maybe Alden Zeph. And then I'm all done. So that's how easy it is to post-match. So I wait for those kids to play. Otherwise, I can play with compatible players. So when you post a match, it goes into the browse feed. So these are active users in the site, only people of a similar ability level. So this is Evan Ambrose. We're borderline ability. Ooh, Alden joined. Cool. Then let's see, we've got Christian who's looking to play Friday. So let's say I wanted to play maybe with Sam on Sunday. I could just join the match to play the doubles and hope we get a few other players. And then I could even turn and invite people. So now let's talk about challenges. So I told you guys you could win prizes while playing too. So what we do is we create challenges. This particular challenge that I've joined is the MatchOn Elite. This is a leaderboard where you get 1 point for playing, 1 point for playing with somebody new, and 1 point for winning the match. Oh, Lakshmi. Nice. Cool. Wait, I didn't invite Laksh, did I? I don't think I invited Laksh. Well, then you joined my match. Cool. It posted the browse, and so I guess he was browsing and saw the match. So I'm 110th at the leaderboard. I actually did play with Laksh this morning, so once you play a match, you submit a score. I won, but we only played 4 games.
Nice job.
So it was quick. But once you submit the score, you get points. So I get, he has to approve the score for me to get points. Hopefully, since he's on the app, I'm just going to get it. But so hopefully I go up the leaderboard. We're hosting a Boston Tennis Week. Now we approved it. There we go. And so now I have 3 points. So I'm moving on up the MatchOn leaderboard. Now 29. Look at us. But we're hosting a Boston Tennis Week on August 3rd through 9th, where we're giving away prizes from US Open tickets, for the most points for the total week, to free rackets, to free lessons. Each day are different point challenges sponsored by different companies. So the New Balance Challenge, City Sports Challenge, we're hosting a challenge, Torvu is hosting a challenge. The whole idea is, why can't playing tennis be fun? Why can't you be rewarded for playing? And you should be able to play when you want, where you want, with people of a similar ability level. And, and guess what? The best part, it's free. MatchOn is a free service. Ultimately, we think we'll go to a subscription membership. Tennis players spend $753 a year on average. And we believe if we can get a critical mass of tennis players in the Boston area, we can duplicate this model throughout the country. Participate in Boston Tennis Week. Help us have a successful launch in Boston, and thank you. Any questions? We keep track of your results too, so you see how you play, see how you did. Any questions? Sure.
How do you do the comparison by ability level?
So we have actually a proprietary rating system. This is my second racket sports startup, and we've developed over 20 years a rating system that's objective. So the reason why Laksh had to approve that score is because that score changes my ability level. Initially, you self-rate through the app, but everybody knows self-ratings are kind of BS. We want to ensure that you're actually playing with somebody who's of a similar ability level. So the more you play, the more we understand your ability level, the more we understand other people's. If you look at this, you can see very quickly how accurate somebody's rating is. Also, when you look at their profile, you can see how many matches they played, and the matches they played are also indicate how accurate somebody's rating is. So when you're playing with somebody new, you want to play with somebody who's played a lot of matches, because then you can be very assured that they're of a similar ability.
So you said that you will have a competition which is price-based. So how are you planning to protect yourself against user fake submitted data that will intend to win the prizes?
That would be an awesome problem to have. So an app that's really trying to get users, if you're getting people trying to scam your system because they're using it, that's great. However, it's pretty easy to identify those people. You see some suspicious activity, like somebody who plays 5 matches in a day. You call them, you make sure they're a real person. And you actually have to have contact with, the other person actually has to approve it. So yes, there is kind of an honor system involved, but in order to scam the system, you got to get a lot of other people involved. And if you continually beat somebody, they're going to get out of your ability level. I hope we have to deal with that problem and implement security measures in order to prevent that.
I love that. I hope you're gonna get users. What are you gonna do? What are you planning to do with the winter when I guess the amount of players will drop? So how will you?
So the amount of players drop in Boston. Boston's not an ideal launch city for us. Second launch city will be Kansas City. Third will be Austin. Fourth will be San Francisco. We are printing this model out, all across the country. Boston, yes, users drop, but clubs still love this app because it engages their members. So even the indoor clubs can sell more court time with this app. Happily, we'll promote it. So yes, our usage in Boston will go down, but we do believe it's still going to be successful.
So you're geographically constrained right now?
Right now, we need to establish a critical mass. For this app to be successful, I need people like Laksh browsing. I need people actually getting matches. We launched the end of May. We have about 650 users so far, but people are only getting about 25 to 30% of the match they're requested. So we just need more of a critical mass, depending on ability level.
So to that point, why choose just tennis? Because I would sign up right now if we had basketball.
We want to be, so many companies start what I like to call a mile wide and an inch deep. We're doing tests with clubs. We're seeing where are all the value points. How can we get a critical mass in one sport? If I had 100,000 users in Boston, but I did all the sports, it might not be successful. I need to develop that specific model, know I'm going to crush tennis, and then get a VC to say, I know he's going to crush tennis, I'm going to take a gamble that he can do the same thing in basketball, squash, racquetball, table tennis, pool.
So I don't know how many people will agree, but in my case, actually finding a court to play on is as much of a challenge as finding a partner.
So there is a great other, and I'll do a small plug for a company called Play Local. They're working with the city of Boston. I don't think it's a scalable model because I do not want to work with municipalities, but they've been able to get the city of Boston online so their courts are reservable. That being said, right now limited court space is not the problem in tennis. The problem is tennis is people to play with.
Pretty good.
Last question.
How do you get the 650 people?
Right now, it's just been
Marketing?
word of mouth and channel marketing. We really need to get an inexpensive way to get users, and that's what we're really attempting to do now. What channels are the cheapest, most cost-effective way for us to get users, whether that's leagues, clubs, etc. Thank you guys so much.